like a freight train coming at you.
For
That's,
how long?
5, 6, 7 hours almost.
And we get a closer look to what everything looks like right now after people bunker down for hours after a deadly hurricane makes landfall in the U.S. We take you live to Texas for the latest as Good Morning Kansas starts now.
Now, live from the Cake Studios, this is Good Morning Kansas.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. We begin with our continuing coverage of a dangerous storm down in Texas. I want you to take a look at this footage. This coming from one of the hardest areas hit down in Rockport. Now, Hurricane Harvey, it has been downgraded to a tropical storm, but it was a Category 4 at one point, downed a lot less, but the threat is still big. The concern at this point isn't the wind as much as that torrential rain. Now, this is again a look at what investigators saw as they look for victims and they also survey that area for damage. This morning, though, we're tracking the latest for you at this moment. ABC's Natasha Barrett joining us live. She's on the ground in Houston, getting everything that we need to know this morning. Natasha, what can you tell us?
And good morning. We are getting a break from the rain here in Houston, but the wind is picking up. It's getting stronger as we speak out here outside. I also heard of people now so desperate to be rescued out of the floodwaters, they are using air mattresses to float to safety.
Southeast Texas underwater. In Houston, a flash flood emergency. Manholes overflowing, streets turned into lakes, nearly impossible to drive through. The city's mayor urging residents to stay home.
The streets are treacherous. It makes absolutely no sense for anyone to be out on the road unless it's an emergency.
These people rescued from an apartment complex.
How many we got coming?
The storm packing a punch.
I'm melancholy. I can't believe this is happening. And I have no apartment. My apartment was decimated.
Rockport, where Harvey came ashore, a mangled ghost town. Roofs ripped off homes and buildings, boats destroyed.
The wind was probably, I don't know, 100 plus, maybe 130, 140. There was a couple of times when it was probably even going faster than that.
In Austin, an eerie scene, the state capitol under a cloud of darkness and underwater. This SUV, no match for Mother Nature. Shelters set up for those who need. Texas Governor Greg Abbott lending a hand.
We will take care of our fellow Texans, but we do it as a team.
I just checked and more than 70,000 people are without power in the city of Houston, and that number continues to grow. 1,000 people have called the police to be rescued. 1,000 rescues have happened. More are coming in. And one of the saddest pieces of information to pass along to you. 2 people are dead, a mother and her child found inside their car in floodwaters. Reporting live from Houston, Natasha Barrett, ABC News.
All right, thanks, Natasha. President Donald Trump remains hopeful in regards to everything with the storm. He's sharing support for the communities in Texas, including messages into this morning. This is one of them that he shared, saying wonderful coordination between federal, state, and local governments in the great state of Texas. Teamwork, record-setting rainfall, exactly what we've seen from Natasha's live report right there. But here's a deeper look at the impact of the hurricane, now Tropical Storm Harvey. We know that at least 2 people, as Natasha was saying, were killed as a result of the storms, the mom and the child. 25 to 35 inches of rain, that's in the forecast and is predicted to accumulate through Wednesday. Several rivers are rising above their banks, causing an even bigger threat in regards to that flooding and the potential disaster there. Public transportation, though, is shut down at this time. We could see some issues with not just things on the road, but also some air travel due to the storm. And as of yesterday, about 211,000 customers were without power along that Texas Gulf Coast. So again, a huge threat to the area and so much more that we're continuing to gather for you right here on our morning show. We'll bring you the latest information as it becomes available as we work to gather those details with ABC and our partners across the country as well. But
yeah,
to see everything, my goodness.
It's been bad there overnight. In Houston, about 12 inches of rainfall just since midnight. So we're talking a foot of rainfall. A flash flood emergency in effect for Harris County. That's down toward the Houston area. So it's just starting, and it'll continue for the next couple of days.
Yeah.
Let me show you how it looks on satellite and radar. This storm is basically stationary. We're talking movement of around 2 miles per hour. That's the forward movement on it. It's actually centered closer to San Antonio, but really not seeing a whole lot of impact over towards San Antonio. Mainly it's Houston off to the northeast from there, but it's actually expected to move over toward Houston over the next couple of days. Will the impact be for Cakeland anything? No, it's going to slide over toward portions of Louisiana here in the next little while. But we are tracking some storms a little bit closer to home. Let me show you what's going on using Cake's Edge. We have been tracking rainfall and storms coming out of Nebraska overnight when they were up into Kearney as well as for Grand Island. Back over toward the North Platte area that did down some trees as well as some power lines. Now that they're within Cakeland, nothing severe out there, but some heavy rainfall from Great Bend back over towards Salina as well as for Junction City. The models are trying to take this over toward Topeka, but the southward movement does continue with these storms. So we're going to put a small chance for storms in the forecast from Newton off to the north for this morning. It's possible that the models have it all wrong and this might slide toward Wichita, but as of now, we'll say that this is going to slide off to the south and the southeast. But the trend has been there over the past hour for heavy rainfall in and around Lynchburg back over toward Great Bend. Lighter rainfall for Colby, Oakley back over toward Hayes and Russell. The main action rolls through this afternoon for Wichita with that cold front that's responsible for those storms. Otherwise, a mainly clear sky right now. A live look downtown using the Central Care Cancer Center KCAM. 68 degrees. The winds are calm. The dew point up there at 66 degrees. Near 70 already in Hutchinson. It is 70 degrees in Topeka and 73 in Manhattan. 50s and 60s off to the west. I think we'll make it to about 88 degrees at 3 o'clock this afternoon before the storms start to roll on through. Isolated scattered storms. Is severe weather in our future, and is the rainfall going to continue for the upcoming week? I'll let you know in just a few minutes. Annette?
All right, thanks, Blake. Governor Sam Brownback has signed an emergency disaster declaration in response to the strong storms that have hit the state this month right here at home. The declaration covers thunderstorms, hail, and flooding that hit Kansas beginning August 3rd. Counties include Douglas, Franklin, Greenwood, Johnson, just to name a few. Additional counties may still be added.